What do you want?
I want someone that loves me, that won't ever leave me, that respects me.
No.
In this Rumpusode, Bitcoin is absolutely explooshed out of this symmetrical triangle, guys, actually finding support at the exact bottom of this 3-month ascending channel. But what will it take for Bitcoin's price to head to the top of this channel, and what exactly would that price target be? We're going to be talking about what exactly would need to happen for Bitcoin's price, and is it now guaranteed that we're not actually going to have a swing to the downside? And as well, we're going to be talking to you about what this chart means for Bitcoin's price and why the current price of Bitcoin has very, very good chances of never going below this key level again. And guys, lock your doors and grab a tissue because this is an absolutely critical level for Bitcoin's price. What will we see over this weekend? And as well, why does this chart keep going up and what does it mean for Bitcoin's price? Wow, welcome back, Squirty Squadron soldiers. We are ooey gooey and reporting for duty. Guys, Bitcoin is facing a small amount of resistance at our current level, but this is to be expected and it will be short-lived as this move is going to continue most likely. But the big thing we're waiting for is a very big increase in volume, and we're going to go back and kind of show you exactly what we want to look for on these charts to actually get a confirmation of that. Because even though we've broken above this key level, specifically now we're actually, at the time of recording this, over 11,000 US dollars. Even though that is the case, there needs to be a significant increase in volume, and I'm going to show you on these charts exactly what that would look like and previous times that we have had that nice increase in volume over the past 2 years. Wow, so if you guys are new to the Squirty Squadron, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you get updated when we upload new videos. And as well, if you guys are interested in winning the ledger, always make sure to leave your comment and subscribe to be sure to enter. And as well, if you guys have experience trading and want to support the channel, make sure to check out the links below. Squirt alert! So as you guys know, we had a confirmed breakout with Bitcoin's price yesterday. And if we zoom in on this 4-hour chart, you can see that we've actually, for the time being, held support exactly at the top of this symmetrical triangle. As you can see here, we pulled up and had about 5 4-hourly candles that traded right above this and confirmed yet another move to the upside. Now guys, what I want to illustrate with this as well is a bigger version of this, right? So this is something we love to see with symmetrical triangles, and as you can see on this 4-hour symmetrical triangle that's actually been in play for about the last 5 weeks. So this is about a 5-week symmetrical triangle. This is kind of exactly what you want to see, right? You break out to a certain level, usually not anywhere close to the full breakout of it, but you initially face some resistance at a key level. For us, it was around 11,000 exactly. We get a pullback to basically find support at the top of a symmetrical triangle. And then if we actually get confirmed support, then we blast up yet again. And currently, we're trying to find support at this key level, which we'll be talking about more. But specifically, that's usually how symmetrical triangles, how you want to see them play out. And again, this, like we talked about yesterday, is just one of the nicest looking symmetrical triangles that I've seen on the charts in a very long time. It kind of respects all the rules, stays within all of the key lines, so many touches, just a really nice triangle. And then if we take a zoom out, that was the small time frame. That was about a month-long symmetrical triangle. This is the last 3-year symmetrical triangle. So ideally, same thing here. What you want to see is ideally a retest. Now guys, that's one of the reasons we were talking about this 50-week moving average being our lowest pullback target, right around like 8,700, because again, that would come down to retest this. But something more important to factor in on these longer term charts is that we still most likely do want to retest, but it does not have to be necessarily to the actual trend line of that symmetrical triangle. And a lot of people even debate how they draw this symmetrical triangle as well. But what's most important is that we actually have something much more important on a weekly chart, and we have the 21-week moving average, this blue line. So again, guys, when we look at this 4-hour chart, we don't have any like massive moving averages that are very important in my opinion. But when we zoom out, it kind of changes the rules a little bit, and certain things like the 21-week moving average become much more important in my opinion here. So again, we've been testing on this 21-week moving average now for 6 weeks. So if we're looking for a retest, this 100% qualifies as a retest, right? So we have an initial breakout to topping out around 12.5, and then we get pulled back. And as you can see, for the last 6 weeks, we've had a confirmation of this as a retest for 6 entire weeks. Of those 6 weeks, 4 of those weeks, we've literally wicked down exactly to this 21-week moving average. So if we're looking for a retest similar to like what we just saw out of this symmetrical triangle, this is exactly what we would want to look for on these longer time frames. Now, with that being said, the breakout target of this would actually be about 12.2 or 12.3. But currently, again, we have to see a massive increase in volume, and that's something we have not seen just yet. And to actually show that, I want to go to this daily chart where we see volume come in exactly how we'd want to see it, right? So back at the end of July, end of April, and even back, obviously this is the massive crash. You can see this was way more volume than anything else. But what you see before every single one of these massive increases in volume is the volume goes down beforehand, right? The volume kind of declines and declines before breaking out. And again, that's the exact pattern we're seeing now. So the main last thing that we need to get confirmed on these longer time frames specifically will be an increase in volume. And a lot of you guys, and myself included, are a little bit underwhelmed with this breakout, right? We've just traded for 5 weeks within the symmetrical triangle. Is this the entire breakout? Absolutely not. So first off, this is not the entire breakout. So far, we've only gone up about $300. Should easily pump over $1,000 at least for a confirmed breakout like this. But ultimately, if you're a little underwhelmed with this breakout, that makes sense. I am as well, because technically we need more volume to come in, guys. I responded to somebody's comment yesterday, and it was a really good point I think that was made, was that when Bitcoin actually does break out, there's no question that it's a significant breakout. And guys, we haven't seen that. I mean, let's just be completely honest. We have not seen a strong breakout just yet. I mean, this looks good, and we could kind of inch our way up and continue. And I think that's most likely the case, inch our way up and actually get a full breakout. But a really strong confirmed breakout is much bigger, much more explosive than what we've seen so far. Really, I mean, even more explosive than anything we've seen since March, since the crash, right? There are plenty of times when Bitcoin absolutely goes on an absolutely huge explosion, a huge rally. And when we're really going to start expecting that, again, I still personally think that we can only start expecting that around the $12,500 to $13,000 range. So again, unfortunately, what I think is going to be happening up until we reach that level, about $1.5 to $2,000 above where we are now, what I think has to happen before then, or what most likely will happen, is a continuation of what we're seeing, kind of just inching our way up in these charts, and the real possibility of exciting price action, that's where it comes into play. So ultimately, even though we're extremely close to those levels, we still have a little bit of a way to go, I think, before we actually see that. So basically, a confirmed breakout of this 5-week pattern would actually put us above 12.1 or 12.2 as a full breakout there. And I think we'll see acceleration in this breakout move if we surpass 11,200. And you can see that was previously pretty much the highest high on this entire symmetrical triangle. The highest we got was right around a little bit under 11,200. So if we can inch our way up here today over the weekend, then we could see a lot more acceleration to the upside if we actually surpass that. 11,200 actually is in line also with this overhead upward sloping ascending channel as resistance, and as well next level above that would be 11,006. But ultimately, again, for this pattern to be 100% validated in terms of being a stronger breakout, I do think 11,200 will have to break first. And as well, with this recent move, it puts us above the 21-day and 50-day moving averages for Bitcoin. We never went below the 21-week, so that's not something we really have to consider since we've not gone below that. But we were below both of these moving averages for a very long time, actually. I think since the beginning of September. So about, again, 5 weeks, we were below the 21-day and 50-day moving average, and this pattern has actually pushed us so far above those key levels. But we really, really, really want to see, primarily what we need to see is more volume come in, and so far, let's go to the daily chart, guys. Is this an increase in volume? Is this the volume we're looking for, right? You see I have some of these very big breakout levels of volume on this chart, highlighted in blue. And are we seeing that? No, look at this chart. Obviously, we're not seeing that. We want to see at least something more around the 30K range here in the volume, something even similar to this last break. But again, we haven't seen that just yet. And so with our pattern currently shaping up, we can see this current pattern that we're in lead very quickly into an increase in volume like that. That's a very big possibility, but I think a lot of traders are actually waiting for that confirmation. They're waiting for that to really step in here because, again, no significant increases in volume have really happened just yet, guys. And the most important backdrop of all of this, guys, we have to realize just how bullish the SPX stock markets have been this week, right? We're going to get the close in a few hours from now for the week for the SPX, but as you can see, it's been very strong to the upside. We've held the 21-week moving average very strongly. I mean, look how strong of a bounce this was, right? We come down to this key line around 3,200, the 21-week, and look at this insane bounce. Look at this green candle, one of the biggest candles we've seen in multiple weeks, right? Actually, this is the biggest green candle we've seen since back in June, basically, of 2020 so far, and this could still see some more upside there. So again, we've seen a very key bounce here, getting above the 21-day and 50-day moving average for the SPX as well. So again, momentum is very strong here, and that is absolutely allowing Bitcoin to climb here. Wow, so make sure to leave your comment below to enter for this ledger, guys. I will be getting back to everything, but I'm actually going to be traveling up to the mountains for a few days and keeping up to date with the market there, guys. And as well, if you're interested in trading, make sure to sign up with our links below. 60, 120, and $300 bonuses on the table for a limited time on Bybit, and 20% trading fee reductions for a limited time as well.